What up, everybody, and welcome to Baz on Blades. My name is Baz, and I talk about blades, and today we're here with a very quick unboxing and initial impressions. I promise it's going to be moderately, fairly quick. So there'll probably be an intermission 2 hours in on this video. You can get up and piss and grab you another beer then. But this is going to be pretty good. We're going to talk about a few things. And we've got a package here from Justin at White Mountain Knives. Pretty much my go-to dealer online. 10% off discount codes. Free shipping. Come on. Go check out Justin at White Mountain Knives. He's always done me right. Always done me right. We've got another package from him. We're going to open this package with a knife that I did an unboxing on and never have done the follow-up video. And I am carrying this knife all the time. This is the Tucson TS269. This one is a version in M390. It has done very well holding an edge. So it is maybe not heat treated to its uppermost potential because nobody does that anymore. But it is pretty decent, I would have to say. I opened an envelope today with this after carrying it for like a couple of months on and off. And it zipped through the envelope so easily. I thought, damn, you cut the shit out of yourself with that damn knife. Fantastic milling on this thing. M390, all titanium, blah, blah, blah. Ceramic bearings, titanium, blah, blah, blah. $139 in M390, $94.99 in D2, not 10% off, and you're at $125 and $85 on this knife. I'll try to remember to put a link for this model over at White Mountain Knives down in the description section and in the pinned comment. If I remember, maybe they're in stock. I don't know. I didn't even look. It just happened to be the knife I was carrying today. And I'm thinking, I've never done the video on that. Just got white crap on the background here. Let's get this thing open. We don't want to make this video too long. Ah, damn it. All right. Justin got me on that one. It's a box in a box, guys. A box in a box. You know you got some shit going on when you got a box in a box. Something extra special. Of course, you've already seen the title of this video, so you know what this is. So right now, we Civivi running a little program here. You get this We Civivi knife roll. I think it's for 10 knives. So it is a Velcro closed roll-up knife roll. You see they're branding on it. Okay. So you got some pouches in here. Let's slide a knife into that bad boy right there. Look at that. It's like it's made for knives. I don't know what to tell you. Looks like these guys have a good idea what they're doing. Yeah, these are free at I think $50 or $60. Or something, and then they're like $9.99 if you want to buy one separate. I know Justin's got them, so check that out over there. And here is our knife. You've already seen the title. This is the Knives Magnetron, and this is something very special for Baz on Blades because he is a cheap ass and very seldom spends the kind of money that it takes to get a knife like this. And I still, you know what? I don't have anything against these Chinese companies, the Chinese people. So I'm not anti-Chinese knives, but man, when you break up into this kind of money, it's really hard to spend it on a Chinese-made knife. The design really has to speak to me. Now, this is what you might consider a premium model from Knives. This is the Knives Magnetron, so it is in this sort of premium-looking packaging. We're going to open this up. We're not going to spend a crap ton of time on unboxing this thing. Standard box goodies from Knives. This is a new one for me. Share your experience and let the world know. You know, I wonder if doing this video counts as sharing my experience. I believe that it might do that, so we should probably pay me for that. You guys, if you ever deal with weed knives, let them know. They need to be paying Baz on Blades. We got a suede microfiber cloth there. This is a fold-out bunch of promotional stuff, let's say, about different weed knife models. Silica gel, we'll eat that later. And our weed knives zipper pouch, a classic in the knife enthusiast world now. These zipper pouches, we're going to get into the Magnetron right here. Oh my goodness. Let's take a look at what we've got here. Now, the Weed Knives Magnetron. This is a premium model from Weed Knives. There are multiple different versions. It is pretty easy to spend anywhere from $359 up to about $725. Oh my God, look at that. Up to $725 on this model. It is a premium model. And I have the plain Jane base model, say, of this. In my opinion, it's the only good looking version of it. There is another version that is has very little blue anno sort of detailing on it that is also nice if you like the blue. But beyond that, all the rest of these are so overblown, and the way they are dressed out is too much for Baz on Blades. Dadgummit, look at the depth on that. You roll around to get the view on that carbon fiber. That's like a rose pattern, I believe is what they're calling it, that inlay. Of course, this is a titanium frame lock here. Let's take a look at that back spacer. Hidden away lanyard attachment point, milled pocket clip. I love that they did the pocketing on the back to bring the carbon fiber, not just the show side, but the lock side as well. I very, very much like that. And we have not yet opened this thing because that's the hardest thing when you spend money on a flipper like this. Let's see how it is. Okay, money well spent. Oh, listen to that. That's super duper crisp. That is solid. That is very solid right there. It is already, just from opening it, what, 4 or 5 times now? Yeah, it's everything but drop shut on its own right now. I'm not feeling any grit in the pivot or on the detent ball. Everything is smooth. It feels lubricated straight out of the box. Something that many, many, many manufacturers have a problem with. Let's take a look at this thing. This version has the hand rubbed satin. I have rubbed on things with my hands before, and I can attest many of them turned out looking shiny like that. Take out of that what you will. This is Baz on Blades. I don't give a shit. I don't make any money off this channel. I'll say whatever I want. So hand rub satin, back to that. That's beautiful. It is beautiful. I hope I'm getting that very well. I'm shooting this in 4K, but after it's processed and uploaded and cross-jammed and who's what's it's going to look like crap. It's going to look like it's in 480p. That's beautiful. It's beautiful. And, oh my God. Weed Knives, that jimping is awesome. It is awesome. One of the reasons I grabbed this model was the relationship of the finger choil in the handle to this ramp and jimping. Many manufacturers, instead of having this, they want to have this. They put the jimping right up above the finger choil, and what that does is it causes you to hold a knife like this. See how far back in my thumb is compressed back into my grip? That's a no-no for a strong grip. This allows me to, let's open this up. We're going to go right down here. That's where my thumb falls naturally, right in that ramp. It has given me a relaxed grip. It feels natural. It puts my thumb forward of the pivot point, and that gives me better feeling on a rotation of a knife. And believe it or not, you rotate your knife quite a bit as you use it, even if you're not conscious of doing that. Pay attention the next time you do any extended cutting and see how much you rotate that knife, and you'll start noticing different designs are much more comfortable or natural for that type of movement. That was one of the things I really liked about this design. I'm super duper in love with clip points the last couple of years. I love a big old long modern clip. This has a very high tip to it, so it gives me a little bit of that trailing point thing that I also love. Those two blade profiles, a clip point and a trailing point, they very easily marry for such a spectacular hybridized sort of blade profile. I very much love that. Super high flat grind. I guarantee this thing is 15 thousandths behind the edge or less. Guarantee it. Look at how crisp that jimping is. Look at that. It is beautiful, and it feels so, oh my God, this is so good in the hands. Large hands, chubby medium length fingers. That's my fit there. I think this is like a 3 3/4 inch blade, so over 8 inches overall. Let's get up on this. We'll take another very close. There you go. You can see the micro milling on this frame. You can see the fit around the carbon. Look at that carbon fiber. That is so freaking awesome. That it's like water. It's like looking across rippling water. That is badass. That is badass. Great choice, Wheat. Great choice. Go up there in those machined holes. This is a sort of a styling point a lot of people stick on with this design. I like the very wide facet. I like that they left it in a high satin as machine finish. I think that matches pretty well with that trim ring on the pivot there, since the pivot center is in a bead blast finish to match the finish of the frame. Hidden screw on the pocket clip, meaning you have to disassemble to get that pocket clip off, but it does save on that look. So, pretty much minimal hardware, 3 pieces on the front, including the pivot and these 2 small, I'm sure those are T8 screws. Again, let's look at that back spacer. That's beautiful, guys. It's so simple to do a little bit of ball mill work like this once you set it up in your mills. That's fantastic design. Fantastic design. I've seen a lot of different manufacturers do a hidden lanyard, a pocketed lanyard pass through like that. I very much prefer that, so you don't get the lanyard hole in the face of the knife. I just don't use lanyards. I think I've only got a lanyard on one knife, one folding knife. That's fantastic action. That's fantastic. Wee knives, they're as well made as anything else on the face of the planet. When they're good, they are fantastic. And even when they're bad, they're as good as most. It's got to be a pretty bad situation to get an actual bad Wee knife. Their quality control is fantastic. Fantastic. So we took a look at the Tucson, the TS269, and we've got an out-of-the-box look and initial impressions. Okay. Damn, I'm sorry, Jim. You must have got a bad sample of yours. This finish work on this carbon fiber is super smooth. I'm talking to Jim Skelton. He got an example, the same example of this knife. And there's a little bit of rough finishing on this carbon fiber up here, but this is very, very smooth on mine. So, yeehaw for me. I mean, super duper good for me. The Knives Magnetron. I think this is actually, it's not only the best looking version of this knife, it's just the only good looking version. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you guys that like the more flashy, showy knives, or you're buying it for an investment, you know, to add to your collection. That's great. Okay. I don't have anything against that, but I like this tool sort of aesthetic, you know, the gray titanium, gray black carbon fiber sort of look. I've got that on so many knives from so many different manufacturers. That's fantastic. I've got zero issue with that right there. Yeah, I see nothing wrong with this knife. I'm going to carry it for a couple of weeks if I can make it that long, guys. And then I'll be back to tell you all about this one. I promise we got plenty more content coming up. I've got knives on the table. I know I've been distracted with my music stuff. Please forgive me. I know you're here to hear and talk about knives and knife stuff, and we're going to get back to that. I'm getting ready to buy a big whiteboard, and I'm going to start doing some technical type of stuff here at Baz on Blades, and I'm going to start diving deep into the subtle and not so subtle things that separate very good to great knife designs from those that are not so good. And we're going to delve into that, and we're going to learn how to look at knives both subjectively and objectively while keeping those separated, which many knife reviewers have a very tough time with. I'm very super excited about that. I have got a video coming up that is going to set the internet on fire, and it's going to burn all that shit down. It's going to burn all that shit down. I could get, maybe if it goes viral, I could maybe get dozens of views. Who knows? I mean, I've got, you know, what am I? I'm like at 7,000 subscribers, 1.5 million, 1.6 million views. That's not too bad for somebody that only halfway tries to do anything half the time, and the other half of the time fucks that up. So there you go. That's because of you guys right there. That's because of you guys. This is fantastic. Now, I think I bought the last example of this model from Justin at White Mountain Knives. So reach out to him, see if he's going to get any more. If not, if this is a design that you initially find attractive, you like a full-size knife, you want a more premium build quality, at least out of the box, I can't find any flaws with it as far as design, fit and finish. You know, like I say, going to carry it a couple of weeks. Check this thing out. That's a beautiful knife. That is a beautiful knife, regardless of where it's made. Kudos to everybody in that factory. So there you go. Another one from Baz on Blades. Lots of content coming up. Some new stuff I'm super excited about. As always, thank you very much for taking the time to watch one of my videos. God bless all of you, and we will talk to you again.